where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. It's a quote attributed by Arthur Ashe and President Theodore Roosevelt. It is the focus of today's Monday Motivational series. An award-winning author and writing coach, Stacy Hawkins Adams, is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back. Always a pleasure to have you. And it always gets me centered around what I should be focused on for the week. So this week, you've got a quote that we've probably heard, but maybe haven't thought too much about.
Right, exactly. I'm sure many of us have heard this quote since it is attributed to Richmond's own Arthur Ashe. And I wanted to start there because I actually landed last night from Arkansas, coming in from my high school reunion of 35 years. And so it was really an amazing time spent with longtime friends. Some I have kept in touch with, some I haven't seen. But during our banquet on Saturday night, we just kind of reflected on how we started and what our hopes and dreams were. And, you know, small town Arkansas, 60,000 people, and a lot of us had big dreams. I wanted to be a writer, a friend wanted to be a pilot, another wanted to be an oral surgeon, and many more things. And we've done those things. But it came from a foundation of having support around us, people who believed in us, who helped us believe in our own dreams. So I wanted our audience to think about that today.
Absolutely. First of all, I'm going to need to see some ID because I don't believe that you should be celebrating 35 years of high school success, if you will. And you bring up a great point that it's easy to get caught in the day-to-day of, I need to do this, I need to do that, I don't have this, it would be more ideal if. But you're saying take inventory of what you have done, right, what you have achieved, and maybe look back at some of those centering goals that we had when we didn't know quite what the world offered, and we'll see that we've done a lot of those things.
Exactly, because yes, as young people we say dream big. That doesn't end with age. So even now I have hopes and dreams and goals, and I have a list. I've got my list of goals that I want to accomplish in the next 6 months, the next year, the next 5 years. Where do I want to be? So you have that list of goals, and starting where you are means saying, okay, what do I have today? What can I start with? Is it just the idea? Do I need to watch some YouTube videos? Perhaps I can't go back to school, but maybe I can study university YouTube. There's so much there. Or maybe I know someone who's in that field that I could either hire as a coach, or maybe I can take that person to lunch, or maybe I can go to the library and read books. What are the things I can start with that can spur me on and give me the confidence and the motivation to keep going?
That's right. We often have more resources around us than what we realize or what we tap into. And so looking around to see where is that low-hanging fruit? What could I do that would start me on the path today? I think I especially think of things, what I call mental mountains. Yes. These big things that we have to accomplish in order for us to get over the finish line. But we can start today, just with what we have.
Right, so when you think about the big finish line or that big thing, we've kind of talked about that before, you want to start with the small part of it. So again, I always talk about books because I'm an author. To get to that 300 pages, I've got to start with writing the first page, maybe 15, 30 minutes, and then the next day I'll write for 15 or 30 more minutes, and the next day I'll write, and then before you know it, I've got the 50 pages, and 50 gets me closer to the 300. So whatever that goal is, if you study and you kind of know how to get there, you have a sense of how to get there because you've studied or researched, you can begin to take those baby steps. And I think the other important thing is to think about who you're surrounding yourself with. So because you talked about this mountain, you've got to have the folks that can help you climb the mountain. I used to tell a story years ago when I did some public speaking. There was a mouse trying to climb a mountain, and mouses don't climb mountains. And so all the other mice, as they were trying to climb the mountain, they could hear the other folks saying, that's a mouse. Mouse don't climb mountains. What are they doing? That's so silly. And they would fall. Well, this one mouse just kept going, and reached the top. And they were like, how did the mouse reach the top? That mouse was deaf. Couldn't hear the naysayers.
Oh, wow.
So the point of that is surround yourself with people. They're going to tell you the truth. They're going to they're going to level with you, but they're your biggest cheerleaders. They're saying, yes, I think you can. Let me help you accomplish that. Versus saying, I don't think so. Why do you think you can do that?
That's right. It's so important that we've talked about that internal speak,
yes.
You know, and what's surrounding you as well is just as important.
Yes.
You need folks around you to encourage you so that what you're telling yourself about what you can accomplish and where you can start and what you can do is all positive.
Absolutely, and absolutely. And I tell young people, my children, my young adults included, that whatever age and stage, you always need coaches and mentors. The CEOs who are running the top companies, they have executive coaches. The folks who won gold at the Olympics, they had people coaching them on. So who are the coaches? Who are those folks in your corner who are going to say, yes, you can, especially on the days when you do have some doubts, because we're human. that will happen, who are those who are going to cheer you on through that?
Absolutely. Having a group of people, your safe space to help you. Give me the quote one more time.
Start where you are, do what you can with what you have. And I didn't say it quite right, but we're going to get it right on screen. But even if you don't say it quite right, if you have the components of it, that's what you need to kind of tell yourself as you're moving forward.
That's right. Start where you are, do what you can with what you have. We're going to do that, and we're going to make sure that we get our week started with just that frame of mind. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
It is always great to have Stacy Hawkins Adams in our studio, and she sends out weekly Motivational Monday emails. If you want more information or if you'd like to subscribe, just visit StacyHawkinsAdams.com. Now, you stay tuned. Virginia This Morning is coming back, and there's more to enjoy right after this.